Well, I've been putting this off for a while, but it's now time to upgrade the firmware for all the Avatar hardware that I own. To upgrade the firmware on the camera systems, you can usually use the cable that comes with the system or a micro SD card. But in order to upgrade head tracking modules within the goggles or gimbals, you'll need this CH340X upgrade module. You can get this from the Caddx website. Here's what it looks like out of the package. A USB cable, the upgrade module, the 4-pin to 4-pin audio style cable, also known as TRS cable, as well as this small cable here that connects to the gimbal. If you're upgrading Goggles X that have an internal head tracking module, you'll use the TRS style cable that comes with the goggles. In the upgrade instructions on the Caddx website, these are referred to as audio style cables, not TRS style. In order to use this upgrade module, you'll need to download the driver from the Caddx website. That website also has a couple of software tools that you'll need in order to make this work. The component that I own with the most current software is the GT2 kit. So I'm going to upgrade all my Avatar components to match the software version that's on it. Upgrading the main firmware for the Moonlight Kit. In order to do that, you'll need to remove your micro SD card, place it in a card reader, plug it into your laptop. Once you've done that, you need to load the proper software onto the root directory of the micro SD card. Once you've got the firmware installed on the micro SD card, insert it back into the Moonlight Kit, and then install this upgrade jumper into the side of the Moonlight Kit, paying attention to where the white wire is. It'll be on the left side of the connector on both ports. Once you've done that, power the system, and once the system boots up, hold down this button right here for about 8 seconds until the lights change. Make sure that you don't remove power in the middle of this. You don't want to brick your system. And it should take 20 or 30 seconds, something like that, to finish the upgrade. Once the upgrade's complete, you can remove power from the system. Updating firmware for the Goggles L. In order to do that, pull the cushion back, and at the top, you'll find your micro SD card. Pull that out, put it in some sort of a card reader, plug it into your computer, and load the proper software. In this case, I'll be using Avatar 39.44.15. Once the file has been loaded onto the root directory of the micro SD card, take it out, put it back in your goggles. Once you've completed updating the main firmware for the goggles, you'll also need to update the internal head tracking module firmware. In order to do that, you'll use this 4-pin to 4-pin TRS style connector. One end will get plugged into the goggles, the other you'll plug into this module. You'll also need to power the goggles. Upgrading the gimbal firmware. Here I have a GM3. Plug the supplied cable into the upgrade port, like so. USB into your computer. Power on the gimbal. Next, click Upload Param. Upload. Parameter upload successful. Then, very important, press Save Parameter to Flash. If you don't do that, it's not going to save it to the flash, and your head tracking won't work. Now that all the firmware is upgraded for the goggles, the camera system, and the gimbal, everything should work. So I'll power up the camera and gimbal. I've already got the Goggles plugged in. It's like maybe I should adjust the sensitivity, but otherwise it's working.